The ethics and principles of working on film and video and working in facilitation and focus groups are pretty much the same in many ways. However, if you're keeping something on record, it's very important that you have a waiver and agreement by the person whose material you're going to be using or who you're going to be recording. So first and foremost, it's important that we document and get permission from those who you're wanting to film. And it's important that people are aware of the boundaries of what you're going to be doing with them. So, for example, your agenda must be pure, it must be clean, people must be aware of what you're doing, particularly when they're going to be made and left perhaps a little vulnerable in the stories or the narratives that they're revealing to you. There are a number of approaches that you may use. You may use a rights-based approach. You may think about an attitudinal approach. You may think about the ethics and the principles that we want to apply in terms of values. And the values you can agree with the participants beforehand, or alternatively you can make them aware of the values that you're hoping to address within that. The common good approach is something which ensures that whatever material you're gaining is in everybody's best interest, that you're not providing an opportunity to discriminate against one particular individual or a particular group in the process, so that what you're doing is within everybody's best interest. One of the ways that you can ensure that you have a principled process is to ensure that the material you're gaining can be used by all communities or all individuals, so that people recognise themselves in there and that they're treated with respect in the process. So the key words I would be suggesting in terms of filming with people in contentious situations are boundaries, respect, principles and values, and to ensure that you have specific, measurable and achievable goals within the work that you're intending to do with them. There also needs to be a fair and a just process, so that no favouritism is shown to the groups with whom you're working, so that nobody in particular is being privileged and no one particular perspective is being privileged. Role play can cause problems for some people. It can bring up perhaps past traumas, or can create difficulties for some people when they're working. So be very careful in how you record people and what rights they have over the materials that you've recorded. People also can change their opinions about things, and it's also very important that you ensure that people are clear about the messages that they're sending out and they have a chance to review the work that you've done with them before you commit to a final edit. People have a right to change their minds, and it's important that if somebody needs to perhaps alter their perspective, that they have a route back to whatever materials you've gathered of them to be able to say, that doesn't work for me any longer, I now need to be able to retract that. So ensure that people have the opportunity to understand what's going to happen with the material that you're going to be using, how it's going to be used, for how long it's going to be used, and what their recourse is if they feel that they want to address that in later stages. The language that you use in any role play or any filming is crucial and critical. What may seem to be an easy form of language for some people might turn out to be quite challenging, something that is stereotypical or provides people with feelings of being discriminated against in some way, shape or form. So the research that goes into a piece of work before you turn a camera on is as important as what comes out in the final edit. It's crucial that people are aware of particular gestures, cross-culturally, how that might impact on people's opportunity or willingness to engage in a process, how you dress, how you present yourself. All of these things matter in terms of how you engage with people and how you build trust.